going to restate the ground rules very, very quickly. We encourage fans to do audio and video recording of the panel. Uploading the panel to YouTube is fine. We also encourage you all to be citizen journalists and live tweet and Facebook the panel. For everyone's enjoyment, we ask that you please set all of your mobile devices to vibrate, and please hold all of your questions until the end, because we have the Robotech mystery box here filled with prizes. So with that out of the way, let's begin. This is the Robotech 30th anniversary panel here at Otakon. Allow me to properly introduce myself. My name is Kevin McKeever. I am Vice President of Marketing here at Harmony Gold. And in the beginning, my fellow Robotech fans, there were 3 unrelated Japanese anime series: Macross, Southern Cross, and Mospeeda. A company called Harmony Gold acquired these shows. Then, Harmony Gold discovered a visionary genius named Carl Macek. Carl took these 3 shows and created the franchise we are here to celebrate today. That franchise is called Robotech. Now folks, over the past 30 years, the Robotech franchise has had its ups, and I'll be honest, ladies and gentlemen, the Robotech franchise has had its downs. The Barbie dolls are real, by the way. But now with Robotech reaching its 30th anniversary, fans all across the world are asking a simple question: what does the future hold for the franchise? As our friend here in the back said, he wants Robotech around for another 30 years. Well, we're going to answer that question here today. And the answer begins with Robotech.com. The Robotech.com you all knew and loved is died. We killed it. And we've replaced it with a new website. In addition, we've taken the Robotech store and spun it off into its own separate website. If you go to www.therobotechstore.com, you will see that we have easier search functions and navigation, shipping options for £10 or less, and we also take all major credit cards now. But what good is having a store without having Robotech merchandise? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a whole bunch of new Robotech merchandise, starting with the plushies. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the plushies are here. Doesn't matter how old you are, everybody wants a plushie, and they're available on the Robotech.com store. In addition, we have the Robotech blind box figurines, which are selling very well, and an exclusive stealth version has come out at San Diego Comic-Con. Some more information how you can find this a little later on this summer. Also, our fully transformable 1/100 scale VF series, VF1 series are available in the Robotech store, and the Rick Hunter and Roy Fokker variants are going to be sold as separate from the series because they are in such high demand. We're going to sell them as separate units. Also, if you want Armored Veritex, we've got Armored Veritex. The Armored Veritex will be shipping in August 2015. You can pre-order yours now at therobotechstore.com. Oh, and by the way, we have a stealth variant as well. Yes, so keep your eyes out for that. Also, we've recently signed a deal with a company called Custom Wall Scrolls. We know that fans have been asking for the Robotech artwork assets, and we have the original artwork assets, artwork by creative director Tom Yoon, and new artwork by new artists available for pre-order. In fact, if you go down to the Otakon dealer's room, a dealer has some of the wall scrolls in stock ready to buy right now. We are taking pre-orders at therobotechstore.com. There are going to be over 75 wall scrolls in the first wave. So go to therobotechstore.com to place your order, or go down to the dealer room, because I know at least one dealer has them in stock. Now, what about Robotech music, you ask? As you know, the We Will Win and It's You EPs are available on CD for $4.99, the robotechstore.com, and it's available for digital download. And the 30th anniversary soundtrack will be released this year. Shipping this August, a 4-disc set, over 115 tracks of music, brand new remastering, and it ships this August. Go to www.therobotechstore.com to place your pre-order. August is going to be a very interesting month, ladies and gentlemen. What about Robotech RPG Tactics? Well, It is now shipping to Kickstarter backers, and they have begun to paint the miniatures. You want Destroids? We've got Destroids. You want Battle Pods? We've got Battle Pods. You want Veritechs? We've got Veritechs. But what's the future for RPG Tactics, you ask? Well, Kevin Simbita released a statement on June 6th of this year, and he said, and I quote, "We plan to do it all. Every mecha, combat vehicle, alien, battle setting, and avenue of adventure in the Robotech universe. And that is from every era. The Macross Saga, the Master Saga, New Generation, Shadow Chronicles, and more, such as the Malcontent Uprisings and the Unification War. If you saw it in the anime, we want to eventually include it in the expanding universe of Robotech RPG Tactics." So there's a lot in the pipeline, folks. Oh, and speaking of, Robotech t-shirts. We've signed a new license, and their name is 80stees.com. Yes, and they already have 3 new shirts available. This shirt's available right now, so is this shirt. Also, this shirt. And earlier this month, 80s Tees announced 3 new t-shirts for pre-order, and here they are. Go to www.80stees.com/Robotech. Type in the discount code PREORDER20 and you'll score 20% off these new t-shirts. Only while it's on pre-order. Just so you know, folks, this 20% off discount ends this Monday, so if you want to order them and get the discount, I suggest you do it now. These shirts are really good. We're really excited to be working with 80s Tees. And speaking of t-shirts, what about other Robotech apparel? Well, we've teamed up with a company called Bait. And Bait's made a new line of Robotech apparel, such as this. Go to www.baitme.com and you can order these right now. And also we have hoodies and sweatshirts. And in the pipeline, ladies and gentlemen, we have skateboards. We've teamed up with a company called Finesse to make a new line of Robotech skateboards. And Finesse is working with Bait on creating a sort of a variant line of skateboards as well. Expect more information on these later in the summer. Also in the pipeline, Toynami announced at San Diego Comic-Con a new line of Robotech action figures. More information will be forthcoming in the fall. In addition, we have a new license called Kids Logic from Hong Kong. And they're going to make a line of premium figures. And they already are working on a prototype. I can't tell you what the prototype's going to be, but I can show you a photo like this, and this. And just so you know, folks, there's a whole body attached to it too. It's not just the head. But expect more information on this. This line of figurines will be released in 2016. Also, Dynamite Comics will release the Robotech Voltron comic series in trade paperback at the end of this year. So keep your eyes out for that. Now what about the Robotech 30th anniversary convention? Robotech's 30 years old. Are we going to do a convention? The answer is yes. We've teamed up with Sabotencon in Phoenix, Arizona for the Robotech 30th anniversary convention this Labor Day weekend. And they've assembled an all-star cast of Robotech of talent, starring Tony Oliver as the voice of Rick Hunter, Dan Warren as the voice of Roy Fokker, Rebecca Forstadt as the voice of Lin-Min May, Cam Clark, the voice of Lancer, Melanie McQueen, the voice of Lisa Hayes, Richard Epcar, the voice of Ben Dixon, Ellen Stern, who did additional voices in the Robotech universe, and Harmony Gold creative director Tommy Yoon will be there as well to update fans on the latest happenings in the Robotech universe. Now, you're probably thinking, my God, Kevin, this sounds really expensive, but tickets are only $45. And we're working on the panels right now. It's going to be a great time in Phoenix. Now, live action film. That's what you're here for, right? Yeah, I thought so. Well, earlier this year, a website called Deadline.com had an exclusive that the Robotech movie was back online with 2 new producers named Gianni Nunari and Mark Canton. You're probably wondering, Kevin, who on earth is Gianni Nunari and Mark Canton? Well, Mark Canton has produced such films as Immortals, The Spiderweb Chronicles, Cake, starring Jennifer Aniston. The Last Witch Hunter, starring Vin Diesel. 300, Rise of an Empire. And 300. Mark was also president of Warner Brothers Pictures, where he found a gentleman named Tim Burton to work on a little film called Batman. In addition, Mark was also chairman of Sony Pictures, where he greenlit such films as A Few Good Men, The Fifth Element, and Men in Black. Mark has recorded a message for you fans. Do you want to see it? All right, well, here it is.
I'm Mark Canton, producer of Robotech. I'm sorry I can't be there to share this great day with all of you. Along with my partner, Johnny Noonery, we are thrilled to be involved in the amazing future of Robotech. As I'm sure you all know, the legendary Frank Agrama and his company, Harmony Gold, has had the rights for many, many years. Johnny and myself asked our friend and colleague, Michael Gordon, who wrote 300, to join us on this. And we're particularly excited because of the addition of not only Michael, but the unbelievably talented young maestro director, James Wan, fresh off of Furious 7, who's come aboard to create this amazing Robotech world and franchise. And there's nothing that Johnny and I have done that we're more excited about, whether it's 300 or Immortals or all the other movies we've been fortunate and blessed enough to make in our careers. This is the culmination, going back to Batman with Tim Burton, or Men in Black, or Starship Troopers, or so many other amazing movies and franchises. We're very proud to have Sony as our partners. For me, it's the first time back at Sony in many years. Be prepared, because the original Robotech is coming. It's not like anything anyone would have seen before. Thanks for your time, and hopefully next year we'll all be sitting together at Comic-Con to celebrate the film that will either be a production or just made. My best, and now I have to go put on my costume for Robotech. Cheers.
So that's Mark Canton. Who is Johnny Noonery, you ask? Well, Johnny's produced such films as Seven, From Dusk Till Dawn, The Departed, Shutter Island, 300, and 300 Rise of an Empire. And Gianni has recorded a message for you all. I'm gonna play it for you. You ready? All right, here it is.
Comic-Con fans, how are you? I'm sure you guys are great. I just want to really promise that, first of all, I'm sorry I couldn't be there. We're working on the fantastic Robotech project. I want to thank Frank Agrama, who is the guy who kept Robotech alive for all these years. My partner, Mark Canton, as usual, who is always there for me. The team behind is incredible. A filmmaker like James Wan, it doesn't need any presentation, he's awesome. Michael Gordon, who's writing right now, and at the end, myself. The studio Sony cannot be better than that. I can't wait to be there with you. I can't wait to show you what we're doing. I hope to surprise you in the best way we can in 2016 at Comic-Con again. Bye, ciao.
So as you can see, folks, Johnny Noonery and Mark Kent have a track record of getting things done in Hollywood, and we're very excited to be working with them, and very grateful that they are working on Robotech with us. But who's the writer, you ask? Well, we've hired a writer named Michael Gordon, and Michael has worked on such films as G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, and was the writer on 300. In addition, we have a director attached, and the director has worked on such films, actually directed such films as Saw, Insidious, and a little film called Furious 7, which grossed $1.5 billion worldwide. And his name is James Wan. He is now attached as the director of the live-action Robotech movie.
Yeah.
So who is going to produce the live-action Robotech movie? Because it'll be very expensive, you can imagine. We've teamed up with an excellent partner, and their name is Sony Pictures. Sony has released a statement, and this is what it said from Michael DeLuca. Quote, Robotech is unique in that it has always been a marriage of spectacle with human characters that seem drawn from life. That is why we are so excited to be working with Mark Cannon and Gianni Nunari as we move forward on this project. With a history that offers an epic love triangle, a renegade hero, and the world on the brink of extinction, Robotech offers a wide scope and a rich and impressive universe where the story possibilities are endless. The chairman of Harmony Gold, Frank Grama, has a statement he would like me to read to you as well, and here it is. Quote, patience is a virtue. We at Harmony Gold have waited 30 years for the chips to fall into place. Finally they have, and our dreams have come true thanks to Sony Pictures. I am sure that Robotech fans and the public at large will be ecstatic with what they will see and hear on the big screen. That is Frank Grama, the chairman of Harmony Gold. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the Robotech franchise is alive and well. We have new merchandise, new licenses, A-list producers, writers, and directors, and a studio that has global reach for the Robotech franchise. As Carl Macek said, the best is yet to come. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear what you have to say. I have prizes to give away, so let's open up the Q&A. Right here, sir, with the glasses, you have your hand up.
There's a company called GeekyJerseys.com that's made a Robotech jersey. Is that a licensed product?
There's a company called GeekyJerseys.com that's made a Robotech jersey. I will consult with our legal people and find out. I will give you a Robotech novel. There we go. All right. Yes. Okay. In the red. Sure. Yep. Sir. Yep.
Just from looking at the original Valkyrie designs, was the Valkyries themselves based off the F-14 Tomcat?
Shoji Kawamori would be the one, probably the best to answer that question, since he's the designer of it. So, yeah. So, if you have a chance to ask Shoji Kawamori, please do. He's the designer of that ship. So, but sir, since you asked about the Valkyrie, I'm going to give you a limited edition 1 of 1,000. Okay, how's that? There you go. All right. Sir, the blue shirt. Yep.
Any possibility of future video games as a fan of Battlecry?
As a fan of Battlecry, you want more video games?
Yes.
All right. The rights have just reverted back to Harmony Gold, and we're ironing out the issues with corporate issues with Sony at the moment. This is normal when you a deal this large. We definitely want to see more video games in the vein of
Battlecry.
So I'm going to give you a Robotech We Will Win CD. How's that sound? All right. Come on up here. All right, sir.
Yeah, for the newer generation that are coming up, they've never really been exposed to shows and OEVs and things like that. Robotech will the new feature film give anything to kind of like draw in that new crowd?
Will the new feature give anything to draw in a younger audience, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, yes, absolutely. We hired James Wan, who directed Furious 7. As you can see, Sony wants this to be a 4-quadrant film, meaning for old fans and new fans and to create new fans. One thing to help sort of explain what I'm talking about, when we released Robotech Love Live Alive in 2013, a whole bunch of new fans who never talked about Robotech before discovered it, and they started watching the original series because of Robotech Love Live Alive. That's how we view the live action film to be. So I'm going to give you a Robotech novel. So come on up here. All right, in the blue.
What is the word on, what's the update on any new series coming out?
What's the update on any new series?
Yes.
We need a network, either cable or satellite, willing to make what's called an episode commitment. Put your hands down, folks. This will take me a minute for you to explain. No, let me explain what needs to happen. We all seen the TV show House, right?
Yeah.
Right. House aired on the Fox network, but Universal Television produced the show. The Fox network placed an order for like 24 episodes of House to Universal Television. Then Universal Television would go out, produce 24 episodes of House, and the Fox network would air it. That's how the dynamics and economics of television works. We need a network who's willing to make us an episode commitment and give us the creative control that we want. A lot of times people approach us and say, yeah, we like to have a Robotech series, but we want to make it more like Pokemon. And And ladies and gentlemen, we are 100% Pokemon free. So it's important that we have creative control as well. So we want to make sure we have that. So it's not just waiting for a network to say, yeah, we want episodes. It's a network that says understands what Robotech is, so we can make the TV series that you, the fans, want to see. So I'm going to give you a Macross DVD. How's that sound? So come on up. All right. Here, I'll leave that right up here. So, all right. Over here in the back, sir, in the black hat. There you go, sir. Is there a chance for the game with the live action movie? Oh God, yes. Oh, absolutely. Oh, without question. So I'm going to give you a Robotech novel. Come on up and get it. All right, let's see here. With your hand up now. Yes, you with the blonde, yes.
I grew up with Robotech from my parents because they didn't like watching all the early farming shows and everything. So I kind of grew up watching either Robotech or Star Wars or animation. And I was actually really encouraged as I was doing trivia and actually watched the movies and anything. Question on the game.
What type of game do we want to make here? We want to make lots of Robotech video games. How's that sound? Console, online, everything. Why just have one video game? Why not have several? No, that's a great question. So I'm going to give you a It's You a CD. How's that sound? So come on up and give it, okay? All right. Question over here in the blue.
Yeah, so with the movie and everything, I'm not sure if I maybe misanswered it, but kind of what's the timeline it's going to be following, essentially?
What's the timeline? You mean what's the plot of the movie?
Yeah. No,
You want spoilers right now? Okay, here's I can't tell you what the plot's going to be. The only thing I can say is this. Sony has the rights to all 85 episodes of Robotech. They can approach it from any direction they want to. So, and that means also, folks, just to clarify something, Sony has worldwide rights to the film. So they can approach it, Sony can approach it. They have all 85 episodes, so they can approach the franchise from any direction of those 85 episodes that they want. So come on up here, and I'm going to give you a Robotech CD, okay? All right, sir, the captains.
Yes, sir. I know Hasagawa got the rights to do the model kits for the Valkyries in both the Kerbal and the fighter mode, and now they're doing the Robot mode too. Is there any plans to get other vehicles from the Robotech franchise, other model companies to do model kits?
Well, that's what the Robotech RPG Tactics game is going to sort of satisfy. The modeling market's really contracted here in North America, so we're using the Robotech RPG Tactics game as like a backdoor way to get the models in. As you saw the photos that I showed you, those were fan-painted figurines. And Kevin Samita, in the statement, he said he wants to do every era. Macross Saga, the Master Saga, New Generation, Sentinels, Malcontent Uprisings, everything. So there's a lot in the pipeline for Robotech RPG Tactics for your models. So here we go, sir. Robotech novel. All right. Over here in the yellow stripe. Yeah.
More of a comment and a suggestion.
Okay, yes, please.
In relation to the movie,
Yes.
the music and the soundtrack is such integral to this series. So please keep it as much as you can for the movie and how many movies you make.
Okay, I will pass that along to Sony. Okay, way in the back with the hat.
Yes, sort of a follow-up to the question that was asked earlier. According to the series, you have to have a network to support it and put it in the order. So there's no chance of a more locally funded OVA release?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. There's no locally funded what release?
There's no chance of a more locally funded sort of OVA independent?
You mean like Love Live Alive and Shadow Chronicles?
Yes.
Oh, we definitely want to do those as well. Once we're squaring everything away with the live action deal, that's a very complex deal, we're going to start refocusing on animated Robotech. So it's a lot more of that in the pipeline as well. So I'm going to give you a Robotech calendar. So come on up here. All right. So, okay. Oh my gosh, so many hands. I don't know about prizes here. Sir, the glasses.
Hey, what about the SDF one? I'm out for that.
Yeah,
You want an SDF-1 model?
Where's the Johnny airships, really?
Do you want an SDF-1, 3? What about an SDF-2? All right. Wait, what? I have no comment at this time. Sir, come on up and get a Robotech DVD, okay? Great question. All right. Yeah. So, here, come on up. Great question. All right, in the purple, sir. Thank you.
I'm a big fan of the Battle Cry and everything, and you guys, I know, are now doing a lot of comic books with Robotech the whole time. Is there any plan to continue on Jack Archer's story from?
I have no comment at this time.
One other
Yeah.
thing with also, do you plan to try to get Robotech back on the air on Toonami?
Actually, it's not over. This is a great question, sir. It's not being back on television that's the key for Robotech. The key is to get Robotech on streaming services. Robotech is like the ultimate binge-watching show before streaming ever existed. I think that shows, recently the gentleman was asking, will Robotech have a future for the next 30 years? I think the answer is yes, because look at how versatile our franchise is. 30 years ago, the internet didn't exist. There were only 3 broadcast networks. Fox network didn't even exist. But today, we have streaming service. We have streaming like Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, Crunchyroll, and Robotech's tailor-made for that. Even though the show's 30 years old. So I'm going to give you a Robotech CD. All right, come on up. So, all right, next question. In the back, over there with the glasses.
I was wondering, when the Robotech movie comes out, is it going to be like a trilogy of all 3 series?
Sony wants to make this into a franchise.
There you go.
That's how they view it as. If you saw what Mark and Gianni were talking about, they view this as like a franchise. They view it not just one movie. They want to make a lot of movies. They want to make a lot of Robotech. So I'm going to give you a Robotech novel. So come on up. All right. Sir. Yep.
All right, you mentioned that there are still plans to do animated direct-to-video projects. Is that going to include the direct sequel to Shadow Chronicles?
Yes. Yes. There you go. The thing is that with the Sony deal, I'll give you a little quick timeline here. The previous studio we were working with, that deal expired. So the rights reverted back to Harmony Gold. We set up over at Sony. Doing a deal of this size with Sony or any major Hollywood studio takes a lot of time just to iron out the deal issues. Everyone's working together to do that. It's just you want to iron that out first. Once that's taken care of, then we can move on to working on animated Robotech. That's a definitely top priority. A lot of people have been approaching us on a corporate level about animated Robotech. I can't go any further than that. There's been a lot of serious discussions about that. Just be a little more patient. I promise there are good things in the pipeline. And while you're waiting for animated Robotech, I'm going to give you a Macross DVD. All right, so here we go. Yeah.
How far have they gotten as far as production, or have they even talked about doing casting?
It's too early to talk about casting. Michael Gordon has just sat down and started writing the screenplay. He's just started like a couple weeks ago. So he's just started writing the first draft right now. Yes, please.
Well, I was wondering if there's a chance of kind of a remastering. You guys say everyone in Dragon Ball Z, when my first anime was Robotech.
You mean convert to Blu-ray?
Well, you can convert to Blu-ray, remastered.
Well, let's talk about Blu-ray. That's sort of work your question around. So a lot of people ask, why don't we see Robotech on Blu-ray? The original Robotech series is on 16mm film. No, well, the problem is this: you can convert 16mm film to a Blu-ray HD format and make it look good. It's really expensive. Someone just said, well, Macross was converted. Yes, but there's a problem though. Who here wants to spend $500 for 36 episodes? Right, you won't. The North American market cannot sustain that. Japan's a different market. Japan, it's a collector's market. So spending $500 for 36 episodes, there are fans who will buy it and make that work. In North America, people want you can buy all 85 episodes of Robotech digitally remastered from Lionsgate for 20 discs for less than $40. Yeah, the North American market will not sustain that.
So then the idea of like what
We want to do it, it's just for trying to find the price point to make it work.
Right, so like, Robotech time, is it kind of like,
know what I mean by that?
No,
Well, like Roblox. Right, just completely redo the series. Yeah, or
like reboot the show?
No, redo, condensed, like streamlined show. So
I think a lot of fans want new Robotech that continues the story. To look back. Yeah, so that's what we want to do. So, all right, I'm going to give you a Robotech CD. All right, so come on up here and come on up here. Good. All right, sir.
Oh, me? All right. Going back to a question that was said previously
Yes.
about like having Robotech on actual TV networks, why not bypass TV networks and go into streaming for original content? Instead, using
Well, you
Netflix-
still need a network, though,
Yeah,
who's
well-
willing to put that up. Look at House of Cards. House of Cards is produced because Netflix places an order
Right.
for the show.
But they
When,
have- yeah.
and here's the thing. When the state of Maryland was threatening not to give production subsidy to House of Cards, the show's future was in doubt. So you need to have a network willing to place an order. It could be a streaming network too,
Right.
but they still have to willing to say, I want 24
Right.
episodes of blank. You can't just produce a show
No,
on
of course,
spec.
and that makes sense. And in that case, yeah, they might have more leniency than let's say the original ones, but it's up in the air. It could go anyway. And one last thing, is Robotech going to fall into the trap of like releasing Funko Pops? Is that even ever considered?
I'm sorry, fall in the trap of releasing what?
Funko Pop figures of Robotech, like the actual Valkyries in battle mode. Funko Pops are like small.
We have the blind box figures.
But I don't know whether or not that's.
You want bobblehead figures too?
No, I mean like
I mean, I'm willing to make them. I mean,
Funko Pops are the big thing right now, but
Like
whether or
super
not
deformed ones.
yes.
oh, I think we have that with our no, not the plushies.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. You want Robotech Lego sets? But I think we have it with back here. See how much stuff we have?
Right.
Like these.
Yeah, something similar, but in like standard Funko Pop. I mean, it's not like I want it, but it's something that.
How about I give you a Robotech blind box figure right now? It got a little knocked around, so I don't know if it may have broken in transport. Just want to give you a heads up. All right. There you go. Okay. How's that? All right. Good. Okay. All right. All right. You want your all 85 episodes. No, I'm serious. No, I'm serious. Oh, I'm sorry. What? About what? What about it? What's my favorite? Do I have a favorite episode? No, I don't know what my favorite episode of Robotech is, but I'll tell you what my favorite character is, though. Angelo Dante. Because he doesn't take crap from anybody. He cuts through the bureaucracy. He's a great fighter. I think the most fascinating character in Robotech is Commander Leonard. Why? Because, here's why. Because you only see the end of his story. You don't see the beginning of his story. How does Commander Leonard become Commander Leonard? Well, I'm just putting that out there. That's why he's so fascinating, because he had to have done something to become the commander. What was that? I don't know. But, that's the thing. I think he's the most fascinating character in the show, because something formed his worldview. What was it? So there you go. So I'm going to give you a Robotech calendar, okay? All right, sir, in the center of the camera.
I have a great question for you. So everybody wants a new Robotech series, and
Right.
you're stating that a network has to pick it up. What about doing what most companies are doing today, and that's going crowdfunding? Want to ask the fans to fund it?
We tried to do that at the Robotech Academy Kickstarter, and sadly it didn't work. And the sad part is that crowdfunding are not ATMs.
Right.
Making an anime series is very, very, very expensive. And we're getting interest now from other companies who want to make Robotech animated product and are willing to give us the creative control. No deal's been signed yet, obviously, but we're getting that interest now. So we'd rather go that route and get a lot better. Crowdfunding, I worked on not just Robotech Academy, but I worked on several other successful crowdfunding projects. the third highest grossing crowdfunding feature film ever. And it's very, very difficult. You can only get like $2.2 million, and that doesn't make you a lot of anime, sadly. It only makes you very little. So I understand the idea of crowdfunding, but it's not really, I don't think it's a really good place for where Robotech wants to be. We have getting a lot of interest from other partners who want to produce more more animated Robotech as well. So I'm going to give you a Macross DVD box set. How's that sound? Digitally remastered. So while you're waiting for new animated Robotech, there you go. Okay. You're very welcome. All right, sir. Yes.
All right. My main question is that I'm more concerned about as much as I love Robotech is that once you go into kind of like the live animation and like the CGI and as much of the space battle and maybe CGI, like for example, Galactus from the first Fantastic Four was terrible.
It's a cloud.
It's a cloud. And so I'm looking at SDF1 and going, oh my God, how are they going to do this? And like, so just concerned if you have any insight on how they're really going to work kind of like the animation or the...
It's a little too early to discuss design works at the moment. Right now, Michael Gordon is working with James Wan on writing the first draft of the screenplay. But here's the thing though, the key to make a good Robotech movie is telling a good story with good characters. Character. It doesn't matter how many ships that blow up or robots that transform. We love Robotech because of its characters. Annie, Rand, Angelo Dante, Dana, Rick, Roy. I just listed off a list of names, but you all know what I'm talking about because they're good characters. We have to make good characters first, and that's what Michael Gordon and James Wan are working on right now. So, since you like design so much, I'm going to give you a Robotech Art of Shadow Chronicles book. How's that sound? So come on up. Yep, there you go. Okay. All right, sir, the W hat.
All right. It might have been answered earlier, but I have twins here, and they are kind of like the new generation of anime, and I'm trying to explain to them, like what I grew up on. I know you guys said you have the original series on DVD. But is there anything that's streamed now where I could kind of show them like
not on a streaming service yet. We're working on getting it back on streaming services because we know that's a great way to introduce Robotech to a new younger audience. Like we said before, it's perfectly designed for binge watching.
Right.
So we're working on that. So I'm going to give you a Robotech CD. So come on up here, okay? Okay. The back Sterling Coast playing.
Look at some of your merchandise. You see a lot of like the models coming up, the RPG tactics and stuff. But some of the most sought after things, like the 12-inch transformable die cast that come out of Japan. Are you guys looking forward to working any of that merchandise in the future? And quite possibly at Mobility Lab, like a 12-inch Cyclone transformable scale?
12-inch Cyclone. There were the Masterpiece Cyclones that transformed, but the problem was they sold out. And here's what happened though, the financial crisis hit, and the company in Japan ran into some issues. It was a joint between Toonami and a company in Japan, and they just couldn't get the Rook Bartley or the Lancer Cyclones made. So we're exploring other options. We have a lot of talks with a lot of new toy licenses. As you saw on the panel, there's a lot more in the pipeline. There's stuff I haven't shown you yet that we're really working on. Just be patient. I think you'll work on that. So a Cyclone, an SDF1, an SDF3, and an Explosion representing the SDF2. I'll transmit that. So I'm going to give you a Robotech novel, okay? So come on up here. Okay. Gosh, so many questions. With the cat ears. Yes, the pink cat ears. Yes, Cat. Would any of the designs be meant to be changed for the live action film? It's too early to talk about what the design looks like. I know. Michael Gordon's just sitting down. Give him some chance, folks, to write the screenplay first. He's got to work with James Wan to write the screenplay first, and then he can do that. Here, I'm gonna give you a Robotech CD. All right, so come on up here. All right. Okay, sir, with the gray shirt. Yep.
I'm new to Robotech, and I want to know where I should start.
The first episode.
You're new to Robotech, and you're wondering where you should start.
First episode.
Well, you should watch episode 1, and then watch episode 1, watch it all the way through. Robotech is serialized like 24 episode, it connects to episode. So just watch the first episode, then watch them all in order, and you'll be able to hear the story. Since you're new to Robotech, I'm going to give you a limited edition 1 of 1,000 Valkyrie. How's that sound? All right, come on up. All right. Here we go. So wait, so since you're new to Robotech, like, how'd you come to the panel?
My dad likes it.
Oh, your dad tried to do it? Okay, well, guess what? Your dad's gonna be really jealous of you because you're getting the 1/1000 doctor, okay? Thank you, my friend, okay. All right, let's see here. In the back, holding up the iPad type thing, yes.
So I read a lot about Tobey Maguire being involved with the project. Is that big? Can you talk about that? Or?
Tobey Maguire is no longer attached to the live-action Robotech movie. Folks, let me say something very clearly. Tobey was very passionate about making a live-action Robotech movie. He was attached to produce. He really wanted to see what happened. The rights expired. They reverted back to Harmony Gold, and we worked with, as you see, we have a new team in place. We're very grateful for the time and effort Tobey Maguire put into trying to make a live-action Robotech movie work. He really wanted to see it happen, and he's a good individual. And I'll simply say that. And we're very grateful for him, for his effort that he put into it. So, I'm going to give you a Robotech CD. Okay, so come on up here. All right. Sir, the sort of greenish, yeah.
Is there going to be additional series of
Yes.
And are there any of the Comic-Con versions left? Yeah.
We're working on getting some of the Comic-Con versions available. Here you go, sir. And believe it or not, there is a retailer who has some. Go online and you'll find. I can't say the retailer's name. We're working on trying to get a few in the Robotech store as well. So keep your eyes out. I'm going to give you a Robotech CD. I'm almost out of prices in the mystery box. I should have brought a bigger box. So, gosh, so many questions. This is great though. Here you go, sir. All right. Question over here, sir. The hat.
Okay. I've watched a lot of live action movies that we've all wanted, and they have sucked. So my question to you is, you keep saying creative control. How much creative control do you have over the movie with a company like Sony who's pushing?
We are directly involved. Just so you know, this is a great question, sir. I'm going to sort of expand on this. Mark and Gianni have been over to our offices. They've toured our offices. We sat them down and explained what the franchise is. We are direct in communication with them. I have direct communication with Mark Canton's office. Yes. Michael Gordon, the writer, has been through our offices. He's a huge fan. We brought him into our offices, and he's like, he saw a plushie, and he's like, he just like grabbed it. We said, the plushie's yours. You know, he has a plushie. Okay, he's a big fan. He ran home from school every day to watch Robotech, just like you all did. So, as you can see, you know, we're directly involved with this. I understand your concern. It's a great one. I just want to point out that we are directly involved with the production team. We're direct lines of communication, no middlemen. So, and they come over, and Michael Gordon's like, I gotta find ways to get over here more. Because we were telling Michael, yeah, come over if you have questions, and we give him everything that he needs. So don't worry. So I understand your concern. But as you can see, we're directly involved. So, sir, I'm going to give you the last prize that I have, which is a Macross DVD box set. So, sadly, the mystery box is out of prizes. I didn't realize so many people would show up. So I'll have to bring a bigger box next time. There you go, sir. All right, sir.
Is there going to be any like new art books with new art and stuff like that?
Yes. Yes, there will be. More. I can't go into it just yet, but there will be more art books. We definitely want to get more of our art assets out there available for fans. Okay, in the blue.
So with all the licensing coming back and thing being all in-house with Sony and the partnership now, and all the new merch coming out, I think I'm one of the few fans that actually really likes the hover tank. Any chance of any of those getting made?
Okay, so we want an SDF-1, SDF-3, an exploding SDF-2, a Cyclone, and now a hover tank. Okay, I'll be sure to pass that along. I just want to make sure we have the list.
Yeah, transformable.
Transformable one? Okay, good.
Hashtag cover tank.
Hashtag cover tank, exactly. All right, sir.
Can you tell us the story about the warehouse breakdown?
The warehouse breakdown.
Can you use some of the original Robotech episode when the warehouse caught on fire? Is that an urban legend?
A warehouse caught fire? What did this? Was this on Twitter? I missed it? I don't know. The warehouse? No warehouse caught on fire. I don't. All the original Robotech episodes are there. They're in secure vaults. Nothing's on fire as far as I know. I'll check Twitter and get offline. But everything's secure. There was a flood in one of our vaults a couple years ago, and we thought the Robotech music got destroyed. But what happened was, over in Europe, we found a vault with 24-track master tapes. And we found them, and what happened was they were covered in mold. Yeah. You're lucky the panel's not scratched and stuff. But we found one of the few remaining 24-track tape machines, and we were able to digitally remaster it, and that's why we're doing the soundtrack now for the soundtrack, because we found those 24-track master tapes. But all the other Robotech episodes are fine. The actual 16mm film elements are fine. They've been moved to another vault. The few people who get tours of Harmony Gold have been able to actually see the 16mm film reels. We actually showed them that, and that's very cool. So, okay, over here, who has not asked a question yet? So, right here in the green.
Okay, so I'm new to this. So what is the concept or storyline?
You know, when I was in Washington, D.C., someone asked me this question. They said, Kevin, so what's Robotech? And I went, they asked me, well, Kevin, what do you do? I said, well, I work on Robotech. They go, oh, you're a defense contractor. No, I'm not. They said, well, what is Robotech? And I had the only answer I could give in a very quick, short, succinct time is this. Robotech is an animated soap opera with giant transforming robots. I think we all agree. So, all right. So, okay, start on the red. Oh, who would I cast? I cannot give comment on that. Let me explain why. If I were to say I would like to see blank actor playing blank role in the live-action Robotech movie, it would be tweeted out, today at Otakon, Kevin McKeever announced that blank actor will be playing blank role in the live-action Robotech movie. And then Sony will be very angry at me, and I don't want that to happen, so I cannot speculate, sir. I apologize. You want to say anything? Be our little secret? Yeah, sorry, I can't tell you. I can't even go that far. All right. Okay. Sir in the glasses.
You said you run into fans everywhere. You never know where you run into. You said Kobe McGuire is a fan, like Michael Jordan's a fan, any other celebrity fans that you run into?
There are celebrity fans. I can't really tell you who they are. Well, because you don't want to, like, it's privacy is very important when you're a celebrity. You lose that when you come.
Since you mentioned Kobe McGuire as a fan, how big a fan is?
That was public. Everybody knew that already.
Well, you know, I mean, it's just.
Besides being willing to produce the movie.
Well, he's willing to produce the movie. I mean, there you go. I mean, I think that's.
Like,
that's
I
don't want to go into private conversations. I don't want to go into that. All I will say is that we've had New York Times bestselling authors visit the Harmony Gold offices, and they are fans. And a New York Times bestselling author just said to me, he says, Kevin, my daughter's a huge anime fan. I just told him you're going to become the coolest dad on the planet when I gave him all this Robotech stuff.
So with the movie and it turns into a series of stuff, you think you'll have New York Times bestselling authors writing
like novels and whatnot? Yeah. We're working on more novels right now. I don't want to go any further than that. So, okay, over here, yes, ma'am. Yes.
So is the person who did the voice for her, is she still singing, and is she going to be in the movie at all?
Does Rebecca Forstadt, who did the voice of Min-May, here's a photo of her. I'll show you a photo of her in just 1 second. Oops. There she is. That's Rebecca Forstadt. She did the voice of Min-May. Does she still sing? No, she did sing. No, she did. She sang on. She did the voice, the acting voice of Min-May, and also the singing voice of Min-May. Does she still sing today? You have to ask her whether or not she sings today. I do not know. But if you go to the Robotech 30th anniversary show, she will be there, and you can ask her. So, all right. Let's see who is not asked. Sir in the red.
How many countries did the original series air in?
How many countries? What's the footprint like here? What's the footprint? I don't know how many countries it's aired in. I don't have a number, but I will say this: Robotech's very popular in Latin America. It's very popular in Europe. It's hugely popular in China. Sir, you were talking about celebrities. When I visited China in 2007, there was someone the convention wanted me to meet. As they approached the gentleman, they became very, very nervous. They said, he runs the city, but he's above the mayor. I was like, well, how can you run the city and be above the mayor? I don't understand. It was the provincial head of the Communist Party for Xinjiang province. Yeah, Robotech's hugely popular in China. So, Yeah, I mean, so we have a huge footprint in China, and we're also with Kids Logic in Hong Kong now. Expect a lot more information in China. Okay, we're gonna have to wrap it up very soon, so let's do a lightning round of questions. Okay, sir.
In regards to the animated series that you were talking about, will there be storyline, and will there be considerations to alternate timelines?
Will there be considerations for alternate timelines and Sentinel's timeline? I don't want to comment on that at this time. So but I know, just be patient. Okay, sir, with the shirt, yes.
You said Sony has a worldwide distribution rights. Did they have to come to some sort of agreement for the designs of the Macross stuff with the original Japanese things, or are the rights from Harmony Gold enough to be able to?
I just want to make sure, Sony had to come to an agreement with Harmony Gold for worldwide rights to make a live-action Robotech. That's all I'm at liberty to discuss at this time. So, all right, ma'am, with that.
Okay, we just a few years ago.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm an English major, and we talked about reliability of authors and what's the background of the writers for the movie? Because if they didn't grow up with Robotech and they're just watching everything now to,
Well, Michael's
give
written.
the right screenplay, it might not be as good, but just thinking about backing off of what you guys were saying, because entertainment wasn't all that back then. And I teach that, and I was very disappointed in the movie. So I want to know, I want to make sure it's going to be a good movie, because I brag about Robotech to my students. I have 25 kids here today that I bring them every year.
Why aren't you here?
So, because they tease me about Robotech.
Well, Michael wrote G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra, and he wrote 300.
Right,
What is 300? It's based on a graphic novel about the Spartans.
Yeah, but I just want to make sure he grew up watching Robotech.
No, he's a fan of Robotech. Michael Gordon's a fan of. Oh, trust me, he's a fan of Robotech. I can assure you, folks, he's a fan of Robotech. I mean, we're trying to work out a way so he can meet the fans. He's definitely someone. He's very cool. He recently had dinner with a select group of fans. I won't say where, but he had dinner with a select group of fans, and the fans were very happy when they were able to talk with him. They understood he's a fan of Robotech. He understands what you want to see in a Robotech movie. So I can't go into story details, but as you can see though, Michael's written 300. His films have grossed hundreds of millions of dollars. So he has a track record of putting butts in seats and writing good films. I will let him know you're concerned, I promise you that. So, all right, sir in the back. No, sir, next to you. Yeah. Oh.
So, I just got here a little late, and I'm not sure if it's been covered yet or not, but as someone who plays a lot of video games, will there be any more Robotech video games coming out?
We're working on that right now. So, all right, who has not asked a question yet, sir?
With all the different directions you're going, how you treat what is canon and what isn't. Got a lot of novels and stuff, movies and everything, and the Sentinels, I assume you still consider canon, or as far as your story.
What is canon and what is not? Robotech fans approach Robotech from very different perspectives. So I don't want to go into canon. That's a Tommy Yoon question because he's the creative director. He can answer a canon question better than I can. But we encourage fans have discovered Robotech through role-playing games. They discovered through comics, or they discovered through the novels first, not necessarily the show. So there's a lot of ways fans are discovering Robotech. The key is, do you enjoy Robotech? At the end of the day, that's what matters. So, sir, you have your hand up.
Does the Robotech store take PayPal?
Not yet. Not yet. We're working on that right now, but we don't. There's some corporate issues within Harmony Gold before we want to do that. Legal wants to make sure we do all major credit cards. But we're not ready yet for PayPal, but we're working on that. All right. Who has not asked a question yet, sir?
I've seen that you're dancing a lot in the tactics series. Is there any advancements in future tech series coming out with fighters, any new bots or anything like that?
With more figurines?
I mean, all new designs. How we advance it into the future.
I can't give away spoilers yet, so just keep your eyes out, sir.
How far did they get, if at all, in the Kickstarter?
We raised $200,000, but we needed $500,000 to do a pilot for
Did
Robotech.
they make any animation or they draw anything?
Nope, not yet, sorry. But, you know, we're always looking for new ways to get the Robotech Academy made. So just keep your eyes out, you never know. All right, sir.
For the 30th anniversary convention, is the guest list still expanding? Are you going to be able to get like Michael Bradley or other characters?
We're still working on some guests for the 30th anniversary convention, but I have nothing to confirm other than the actors that I mentioned earlier. Just keep your eyes out. We might have a surprise or two. So, all right, time for 2 more questions and we'll wrap it up. Sir.
This is a little bit of a sore spot, so I understand if you don't want to answer it or not, and this might cause some controversy, but sorry, I have to ask it. Harmony Gold, we haven't had any new Macross stuff in the West since Macross Plus, you know, Zero, Frontier. Is anything happening, or are we eventually going to get more of that over here?
We would like to see this come over. Our door has always been open. Our door has always been open to any Japanese Macross rights holder that wants to have their product distributed through our world-class distribution platforms. But they have to contact us if they want to do that. It's as simple as that. Wish I had a better answer for you, but
No, that's a good
our
answer.
our door has always been open. All you have to do is just contact. If you want to contact me, here's my email address: Kev, K-E-V, V as in Victory @robotech.com. I will set this. I can easily get this set up. You'll
So
work
who do
with
we have-
world-class distribution.
Who do we have to harass to get this started? Who do we want?
Talk to the people in Japan. So, all right, time for one more question, then we'll wrap it up. Last question. Anyone? Bueller? Who's not asked a question? All right, sir, we've not heard from you.
This is a really dumb question, ignorant question, I apologize. Is there a DVD format version for, it's actually might be a dirty word, Robotech The Untold Story?
Sort of.
Because I'm a huge fan of Megazone 23, and then I found out Robotech adapted it into the universe. And even if it's not canon, I thought it was really interesting.
You can see a edited version of Robotech The Untold Story. Let me explain why. This is actually a great question, sir. Harmony Gold, back in 1986, wanted to make a Robotech movie. Canon Pictures approached Harmony Gold to ask them to make a Robotech movie. They took Megazone 23, footage from Megazone 23 Part 1 and Southern Cross to merge it into what became Robotech the movie, The Untold Story. It didn't do well in Dallas, and the rights, Harmony Gold lost the rights to Megazone 23. So what we did was we took the Southern Cross footage, edited it down, there's about 30 minutes of footage being used in Southern Cross, and turned it into a lost episode of Robotech. It's available on the 20-disc box set from Lionsgate. You can go off to Amazon, like order it for about...
The 20-disc Robotech, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
The one with Matt Sterling on the cover.
That's like the current like best high-def collection of Robotech.
Yes. So that's a great question. So thank you. All right, folks, we have to end it. But thank you all for coming, and we'll see you next year. Thank you very much.